I think what Mandy said at the end of that last video sums it all up. Many community organizations were so misinformed that her family was ejected because the group didn't do autism. It's hard enough to navigate the issues surrounding autism without being denied access to the tools to do so. It's like trying to fill in the most challenging crossword puzzle ever, only to have the ink company come and take away your pen. But there is hope. See, the autism community in York Region has recognized all these inefficiencies and the negative impact that they can have on families. Roughly 24 community organizations, who you can read about on our website, have banded together to streamline the process. Intake workers at all of these agencies have been further educated about autism and how to help when someone calls in. First, if a child is entering the system for the first time, they'll be directed to one of 4 funnel agencies, who will create a shared electronic record. This document contains all pertinent information related to the individual's autism and, similar to a medical record, can be accessed by any partner agency. In addition, when the child needs a support that a given organization does not offer, the intake worker will be able to not only point them in the right direction, but also directly help them make contact with the appropriate party via conference call or otherwise. In short, parents effectively now need to tell their child's story only once. Then, an interconnected web of services can keep them constantly moving forward in their bid to give their kids happier lives. I wish these services were available when I was growing up, as it would have shaved years off of our search for answers. You're going to see that reflected in the appreciatively surprised responses after we told parents what the partnership is implementing. Now that you know a little bit about the warm transfer process and the shared electronic record, what are your thoughts on what the York ASD partnership is doing?
That's awesome.
That would be amazing,
Good idea.
actually.
Yep.
That would be good if it actually works.
That's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Very exciting.
Yeah, we've definitely had to repeat that story over and over and over.
I'm thrilled to hear that that's happening.
Just streamline things and possibly streamline services.
It's like a Christmas tree with parents constantly asking for help because they need help. And, with IEPs, IPRC, and, Carrie's place does such a fantastic job of trying to offer all of those courses all the time, but it's difficult for parents to get out in the daytime. A lot of parents work.
Making the services more clear and easier to understand and sort of apply for, I guess, would be very helpful.
I guess because our son is more high functioning, it seems like we have to prove our case over and over.
People can look and see, what's going on and then go from there, not having to start from the beginning every time and go through the whole process every time you go to a different organization.
Connecting all these different places is huge jump, especially for us here in York Region, where we've got 1 in 65 kids with autism. It's a really big deal to have those supports in place.
Also, just knowing what's out there.
Yeah, we have no clue.
Digging for that. You had to dig literally for that.
Nobody offers it.
Or word of mouth, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not readily available.
Yeah, it's a lot of rumor and hearsay.
I think as things become more efficient, I think the kids will definitely benefit from everything that's going on now.
Anything that makes things a little more straightforward and simpler is excellent.
The last thing you want to do is keep repeating yourself over and over again.
Having to explain it once and then have that distributed to a whole bunch of different supports, that's awesome.
Just about says it all, doesn't it? You could see the realization dawning on those 4 families' faces when they realize just how much time they'll be able to save with the warm transfer protocol and the shared electronic record. The York Autism Partnership is doing its part to streamline the process of accessing resources and supports for individuals on the spectrum. This means less time spent frantically trying to identify issues, filling out forms, explaining yourself over and over again, and more time working on increasing your loved one's quality of life. If this has resonated with you, I encourage you to explore our website and find out more about the partnership and how you can access these services. I'm Daniel Share-Strom, and thank you for watching.